Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to StoriesRoc. And you know, there are always those things that you can always laugh about later, but not exactly when they're happening, so tonight you get to hear all about it. Mistakes were made. True confessions, New Year's resolutions, and lessons learned eventually.
Not everyone needs candles. Not everyone eats cookies. But nobody likes to take cold showers in the dark. Unless, of course, you do. I did not, I assured my acquaintance. We'll call him Michael. Michael had opened his laptop to the page through which I would take the plunge, selling a sure thing, household energy, that was more abstract concept than tangible good. I hastily typed in my credit card, unwilling to discuss my showering habits further. However, by conjuring those hot sprays under the heat lamp, Michael had snuffed out a familiar little twinge of anxiety and uncertainty. And so I agreed to invest in a life-changing opportunity. Again, this time as an independent associate for an energy supplier that was structured as a multi-level marketing company, or as my husband called it, a pyramid scheme. You know the structure. Associates build teams or squads of other associates, scaling the incline, climbing the ladder to make it to the top. The top was where we wanted to be, far removed from the land of living paycheck to paycheck, of working furiously while eating scraps of rotisserie chicken down to the bone. At the top, millionaires live lives of bright color and happy music. In the video Michael had just shown me, these self-made men and women waded into the ocean, throwing out their arms as if to scoop up the sunset, thanking the company in their Texan drawls. They always seem to be Texans. For rescuing them from poverty and making their dreams at last come true. I'm really proud of you, said Michael, once he made sure my credit card checked out. Oh. Now, upon joining the company, you must perform 2 actions. One is to find a mirror, look at your reflection, and say, "It's my time." Now, I said. Now. Okay. I went into the ladies' room, hoping it was otherwise empty. It's your time, I told my reflection. She rolled her eyes. Come on, this time around is different, I said. Everyone needs kilowatts. I emerged to find Michael holding a Post-it note with the company logo. Next, let's get busy building your dream, he said. What is your why? What? I said. What is your why? Or who is your why? Where would you go and when with real wealth? I don't know, I said. I want you to write down your why on this Post-it and carry it with you, always. Your why is the reason you're making this commitment to living the life you were meant for. For example, my why is I want to travel the world. I said. I guess my why is, well, not wanting to take demeaning work for lousy people, I guess. There you go, he said. Write it down. Don't let anyone take advantage of you. I scribbled it with a flourish and tucked the note into my wallet. It wasn't until after he left, having others to enlighten, that I realized my $300 had scored him $1,000 because it was Triple Tuesday. The idea of joining a team and plugging into a system that nurtured, coaxed, and inspired me, this held a seductive, even subversive appeal after years of incidents in the workplace that I only now can label as #MeToo. Last year, I interviewed a breast surgeon for an article and asked how she had chosen her specialty. she replied that she had suffered through too many rotations in which men in paper gowns peered at her, or even worse, leered at her, shook their heads in disbelief and said, "Sweetie, are you really my doctor?" This woman was so fed up, she designed her career to avoid the situation. Though not a doctor, I had encountered similar disbelief, sometimes expressed with plausible deniability as playful ribbing or earnest flattery. In my years of writing, reporting, and consulting, I was often taken most seriously as an off-site correspondent, remote and faceless, emailing business proposals and analytics from a safe distance. On the phone, I was pretty safe too, but sometimes face-to-face, meetings took a turn that left me frightened and frantic. "You're the reporter they sent? You're the lady I've been emailing with? Hey, do you mind if I set the temperature to 69 degrees? Your job is to stand around my office and look pretty, right?" Sometimes my male colleagues and trusted friends were sitting in the room witnessing the behavior but remaining silent as I fumbled for words and felt heat rushing into my head. It seemed easier to fade away and retreat into my remote workspace. It was in the midst of a stretch of working remotely, probably during the kind of storm like the one we'll have this weekend, that I accepted a friend's invitation to a tasting party. The chance to mix and mingle, sample easy appetizers and delectable desserts, and connect with women who, like me, were very busy, had big dreams, knew they could unlock their potential with the right set of keys, and most importantly, had to eat every single day. Of course, I was most interested in the eating part of the party, as I loaded a blue corn chip with as much dip as it could possibly hold. My very svelte friend, who hadn't eaten one bite of anything, handed me a sealed envelope with my name written across the front. Inside was an exclusive invitation to join her team of ladies who launch. It was a golden ticket to success. All I had to do was invest in my business, receive a few boxes of potions and powders, and encourage others to do the same. "You don't need any special skills," my friend assured me. "Just follow the guidelines. There are even scripts for emails and phone calls." Here's a sample script. "Hello, friend's name." Insert compliment or conversation starter here, such as, "I really admire your outfit. You must have an amazing eye for detail. We haven't spoken for a while, but I know we have a lot in common. Limited time, monthly bills, and other pressing demands. I also know you'd like the freedom and opportunity to launch your own successful business on your own terms. Don't let anything hold you back or hold you down." I purchased the powders and potions, recipe cards, and glossy brochures. My friend thanked me because I had just sent her up the ladder and apparently across the country to Hawaii on an incentive trip. "Soon it'll be your turn to pack your bags," she promised me. But I never did work up the nerve to follow the script. It seemed so canned, no pun intended, and so insincere that I had trouble ungritting my teeth to form the words. Something in me also recoiled at making a profit from the system. I didn't mind charging clients for work or services that hatched from my brain, original, laborious, polished to perfection. That work bore the stamp of effort, of struggle. I felt uncomfortable charging for pantry staples or for the opportunity to advance one's lot in life and ultimately make me richer. Sometimes I tried to package my inventory in creative ways and offer them to friends at such a deep discount that I wouldn't accrue an ounce of profit nor an ounce of guilt. In fact, I would bend over backwards not to advance. "Would you like to buy this tomato basil soup mix, this berry smoothie powder, and this Tex-Mex spice blend? Perfect for a random smorgasbord or multicultural meal?" I once asked. "No thanks, I'm deathly allergic to basil. Would you like this baking kit for cutest cupcakes? Actually, I'm gluten-free. And with a sigh of relief, I would let the matter drop. Perhaps it was my cue to brainstorm ways to bypass the gateway drug entirely, encouraging friends to join my squad and start recruiting other sellers. Did it really matter what we sold or how we use it? We could skip the foreplay of the tasting parties and simply share links to starter kits from the comfort of our beds. But I couldn't go through with it. So I ate the cost of business, literally, by putting the inventory to work in an endless string of aggressively seasoned dinners and powdery smoothies. If I couldn't build dreams upon food, could I build them on creams and lotions and shampoo? My long-lost high school friends on Facebook sure thought so. For the last 2 years, in a series of epiphanies, they remembered that despite my raging acne and unkempt hair in the 11th grade, I was industrious, hardworking, and obedient, and desperate to please the clique of the cool girls. I've always admired your intelligence, one Facebook message out of the blue said. You have the skills we need to build our business together. Not that you need any skills, of course, because I sure don't have any. As you might remember from my grades in honors econ, LOL, or haha. You just need to wash your face and talk about it. You just need to post before and after pictures of your hair. Oh, and just every third Facebook post, you should mention the company. You can talk about your kids in the other two, though. You can all imagine how that went. As New Year's Day approached, I went down to the basement and sat among my business starter kits for spreading TLC through cookware, skincare, hair care, and the kilowatts that would keep away cold showers in the dark. All the kits were perfectly intact, except for the small, half-hearted tear in the corner of the packaging. The next day, I moved them to my recycling bin. It's your time, I told them.